What is going on, movie meals? Whoa! I control the puppet. Whoa! What's going on, movie meals? We're here to talk a little Happytime murders. Kyle and I saw it on Sunday. We filmed late because he's forgetful on when we were supposed to film.
Yeah, well,
so
no.
these are little. That is what happened. That is
okay.
exactly what happened.
Anyway,
We're here to talk about it. Guys. I'm sorry. Not a lot of videos recently, but we'll keep it coming. School started, so it's busy for me, and he's here, and forgetful. So let's get into it. Non-spoiler review. Kyle, start us off. What were your positives of the Happytime murderers?
I really enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I would, especially going into it. I was a little bit hyped for it, but as we were slowly getting to the release, I wasn't quite sure on if this was gonna work for me or not, just with all the marketing that I saw. But overall, though, I ended up having a way better time than I thought it would. I mean, the comedy is funny. It's not funny all of the time. I think a lot of the jokes do miss, but some of the big ones, some of the big laugh out loud moments, especially a lot of them from the trailer, still hit with this movie. So if you're just looking for a good laugh, I would say try this. It may surprise you when it comes to its comedy. But it's really amazing just to see how well these puppets were able to be working in with this story. I really like that they decided to have this world share with humans and puppets, and I thought that angle could have gone in some directions, but it didn't quite land the mark on some of the things that they were hinting at. Though I did like that they were having the puppets try and be a big part of it. I thought that it really made a lot of the laughs work as well. And I just think that overall it's not the best comedy I've seen, but there is some solid laughs. And I think when you see how the puppetry all works, you'll be pretty impressed by that.
Yeah, I saw the first trailer, Movie Meals, and I was very excited. I thought it looked hilarious. I was laughing. And then when the reviews came out, which this happens with me in comedy sometimes, I really died hard on it. And I was actually expecting to go in and hate it. And I didn't hate it, but I did not love it either. I thought it was just okay. I don't necessarily regret seeing it, but I don't necessarily ever need to see it again. I mean, if I do, I guess. But I thought the jokes in the trailer were a little wasted to me. I more giggled instead of the out loud laughter I wanted from those scenes. There were a couple scenes that weren't in the trailer that made me laugh a little bit, but for the most part it wasn't a lot of big belting laughing, which I thought I was going to get. It was little chuckles or smiles. I thought the puppetry obviously is great when when it's Jim Henson's son, you're going to get something good there. I thought Melissa McCarthy was actually really good. I thought she stood out as probably one of the best things. So I thought a lot of the jokes did not hit for me. A few did, but it's okay. It's an okay movie. So any negatives?
Yeah, for sure. Like I was saying, the comedy doesn't hit all the time. So I think there was a lot more misses than hits, but when the hits do hit, they worked for me. But overall, though, for a comedy, the laughs just did not work. And I was talking earlier about how I like the incorporation of the puppets and the humans being together. They're trying to go in this direction where the puppets are second-class citizens and the humans outrank them. And I thought that they were trying to push the envelope for some of that stuff, but it wasn't quite working, and it just felt like it was just being aforementioned and then just not being involved in the story at all. And I do wish that it was a lot raunchier. That's what they were saying with all their marketing. They were saying, this is a raunchy puppet movie, don't take your kids. And yeah, there was a few moments where you're just what am I watching? But those few moments are 2 or 3. I can almost just count them all on one hand. There really wasn't a whole lot that they really could have done with these puppets. This is a movie, an R-rated comedy with puppets and humans. Let's just go all out. Let's just be as raunchy as we can with this. And I felt like they didn't quite stick the landing with that, which was disappointing.
Yeah, there's a couple of shots where you get the puppets in full body, and if I believed it was CGI, if it wasn't CGI and it was a weird rig, I thought it didn't work. I actually thought there's just literally 2 scenes where you see it like that. They were pretty awful. I thought you could tell clearly that it was all fake, as when the puppets are cut off and then somebody can hide or be green screened out, it works better for me and it felt more real, I guess. The biggest problem I have with this movie is it doesn't know what it wants to be. Do you want to be super raunchy like a Sausage Party? Or do you want to be super into the drug scene? Do you want to take a political stance, which it kind of started off at the beginning, Because they have lines talking about, this isn't really a spoiler, but they have lines talking about, people came together to hate on puppets, and they show that a little bit in the trailers.
Yeah.
And it didn't really deliver on any of those. It wasn't, I thought it would be raunchier. It wasn't that raunchy. I thought it would maybe be more drug fueled. It wasn't that bad, really.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my biggest problem. It's just bland. It didn't go in any one direction, but did get a couple good laughs out of me, so I get it. It's okay. It's okay. I think the Rotten Tomato score is a little low, but I think it could be a little higher personally, but I do understand why a lot of people have some issues with the film and didn't find it funny. So yeah, guys, we have no rating system anymore. It's just vanished because we never talk about it, which we should probably do. But
we need to get on.
We've been busy again. If you've heard in our other videos, it's been a stressful month, and that it's not ended. It's still extremely stressful around our household. So we're trying to figure things out. But as school gets on and we get routines, we'll probably get back into it. And yeah, so guys, comment below what you thought of Happytime Murders. Please like, subscribe, share, all that great stuff. The Weaver Wire podcast will be back. This Thursday, I took a 2-week break. It was hard to do it on vacation and then hard to do it when I got back because I had to deal with a lot of stuff. But it will be back, Weaver Wire podcast. And yeah, thanks for watching, Mom.
See you guys.